How to stop struggling. Man, I literally just got a download for you guys. First let me tell you a story, right? About somebody I know, a true story, right? This person don't worry about anything. Nothing. Nothing. They literally haven't paid their car note in like a year. They have like a charge, a case that they're trying to beat. They almost caught another charge and would have put them in prison for a while. Um, Probably about 4 or 5 years. Um, they not worried about anything. They lost their babies. And I'm like, God, does anything phase you? Like, man, even me, I'm a like master manifester. Like the stuff you going through, I'd be going crazy. I would be going crazy. Like, that's crazy. You going through all this stuff, nothing even phases you. But this person continues to manifest greatness at the same time. Like they manifested some property. Um, they manifest like so many great things, some money, and in which when they manifested the money, they was able to pay their car note. Like this person that manifested like so many great things. And that's one of the things that make you, if not the number one thing that make you manifest, is that you have to not worry. You have to not worry. Even the Bible tell you don't worry. Don't worry. Who can add to their life by worrying? You cannot worry. Like worrying creates more worry. Worrying creates more struggle. Worrying creates more of what you don't want. Like you literally have to get your mind out of worry mode, struggle mode. Now you like, okay, well, how do I do that? Sometimes the universe push you far off the cliff to the point where you say you don't care anymore. That is when you get out of struggle mode. When you don't care anymore about the struggle, that is when you're out of struggle mode. Like when I got evicted from my place and I was living in my old pickup truck, I didn't care anymore. I didn't worry anymore. I didn't even want another apartment. I honestly didn't even want it. I like, man, I don't care. I told my baby mom, look, my son gonna live with you. I'll come pick him up from school, drop him to school. I'll be able to spend more time with him. I could work less. Like this is actually a great thing, you know. I got comfortable resting in my truck and it was hot as I don't know what at night sometimes in Florida when I had the fan on. I got up, bathed, washed off at the gym or some bathroom, took a bird bath. I was living the best life. Even sometimes, like, I'm like, man, like, I kind of missed that life because I was free as a bird. I didn't have any stress. Like, I didn't have like nothing pinning me down. I could go anywhere, anytime. All I had to worry about was my son. That's it. I wasn't even worried about myself. I didn't have my daughter at that time, so that's only thing my concern was my son. I didn't even have my oldest son. I just had my younger son. So that was my only thing on my mind. So I was thinking about, dang, I still need somewhere because I need somewhere to bring my son, when I do have another family. So I was sitting on the tree in a park and I'm like, I'm on some land and I'm sitting on a tree and I'm happy as hell. I'm like, you know what? I don't even need a house. I just need some land. Cause I wish I could just pull up to my own land and that way I'm not worried about if the park ranger or somebody gonna tell me, well, it's nighttime now, you need to leave. Just need my own land that I could pull up to and stay there 24/7, 365. I got the idea to get land. My mind was at ease even more. I came even more out of struggle mode. Guess what? I manifested my land because I came even more out of struggle mode. The more you get out of struggle mode mentally, is the faster you're going to manifest whatever you want. The more you get out of struggle mode mentally is the faster you're going to manifest whatever you want. Now, some people get out of struggle mode when they hit a bag of money. They get a tax return check, they get a bag of money some kind of way. They keep playing lottery until they get a bag of money, then they get out of struggle mode. So it's two basic ways you could get out of struggle mode mentally. Either you're forced to get out of struggle mode because you don't have anything. It's like, you might not have shit. So it's like, okay, I'm out of struggle mode because I don't have shit anyway. Like you see homeless people, they're not in struggle mode. They don't care about nothing. They're like, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or like I say, you run into a bag of money, you could pay your bills for the next 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, 6 years, so you're not worried about nothing. Okay, the minute you get out of struggle mode, is the minute you manifest more. So when you out of struggle mode because you're forced to be out of struggle mode, you're homeless, or you run into a bag of money, guess what? The universe is gonna give you less to struggle about. The universe is gonna basically um say this person's not in struggle mode. So we can't give them any struggles. The universe don't care. The universe is not a respecter of person, like the Bible say. God is not the respecter of person. People say God, I say universe. The creator of the balanced universe is not a respecter of person. It doesn't care. It's responding to your command. The Bible say God said, let there be light, and there was light. And the Bible says we are made in God's image. So everything we say happens. The universe don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? I was watching a video yesterday, and a guy was like, Billy Carson, Billy Carson, he was saying, whatever you speak now, you're speaking that about your future self. You shouldn't even talk bad about people. If you say, oh, that person ugly, in the future, you could be ugly. Your babies could be ugly. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even, talk bad about people. Oh, they broke. In the future, you could be broke. All right. So don't say words or anything that you don't want to happen to your future self. Don't even say it about other people. Okay. And you want to be in a mindset of you don't care. You gotta think like a young person, like a baby. I remember I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. And sometimes my mom was living in a ghetto, in a hood, you know what I'm saying? Um, in like in Wynwood, Florida. Those of y'all know Wynwood, Opelika, not Opelika. Before we lived in Opelika, right outside of Overtown, them places like that. And I remember, man, sometimes we didn't have food. My mom and stepdad, we didn't have food. I think rent at the time was like $2.75 a month. Minimum wage was like $2 and change. My mom was a housekeeper. We was living like good times, like James Evans in Florida. Coincidentally, my stepfather's name is James. We didn't have a car. The car we had was always breaking down. Every time my stepdad brought another car, it would work for like a week and break down. He always bought lemons. They saw him coming a mile away, like he was just a sucker. He didn't know nothing about cars or buying cars. Even now, he always got to buy a new car because he don't know nothing about cars. And I remember I never worried about food though. I never worried. I'd open the fridge door. If it was just bread there, some mayonnaise, I make a bread and mayonnaise sandwich. Bread, mayonnaise, and cheese, that was like luxury. If we had cheese, if we had sardines, that was extra luxury. As long as we had water and sugar, man, that was great. We put a little sugar in the water, man, we was eating great. That was a great meal right there. I never worried about food. When I became an adult, then I started worrying about food. Dang, man, what I'm gonna eat? God, boy. Like I could feel my stomach in the back of my back. But I could remember like when I was a young person, I never worried about food. I never worried about food. Like I let me tell you what I worried about. I worried about my mom wouldn't let me go outside to play. That's what I worried about. I wasn't. It was two things I always worried about: me not progressing to the next grade because I didn't want to be left behind. And all my friends going to seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th grade, and I'm left behind in a grade behind. I didn't. I hated that because it happened to me one time. I said never again, and I never wanted to stay in a house. I always been an outdoor type of guy, right? I love playing outside, by the garbage bin with my friends. We take the garbage bins and made like a fortress. The dirty ass garbage bins made like a fortress. I remember one time I found some woman nasty ass tampon or whatever. It was stink. We still up there playing, looking at it, but we steady playing like we didn't care. We just had wanted to have fun. And dirty diapers and shit in the trash. It was stink. We didn't care. We were just 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. We didn't care. And but my mom would always be stressed if they couldn't pay the rent. She got to go pawn her jewelry, all of this, all of that. She used to tell me to run away. I'm not her real son. She's not my real mom. Find a family to love me. Like she would just always say things like this and be stressed out. And you know, but I noticed when my mom would get money, my mom and stepdad would get large sums of money, they'd be happy and the house be happy for a little while. And as soon as my mom would spend reckless, buy stupid shit, and be broke again, the house was just sad. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. We'll get money, we'll get things, but we'll do stupid, reckless shit, not being great stewards of our money, and lose those things, right? And go back in struggle mode and then stay in struggle mode until we get some more money. You don't have to wait till you get more money to get out of struggle mode. Like you could just mentally get out of struggle mode. Stop thinking about you haven't paid your rent in a month, 2, 3 months, and you about to get evicted and you got 3 babies and nowhere to go and you don't even have a car to live in. You might end up in a homeless shelter. Stop thinking about it. Yes, it might happen, but just don't think about it. If you think about it, it's going to definitely make it happen. If you don't think about it, now you only have a 50% chance of that happen. Okay, somebody might come along and loan you the money, give you the money. You might win the lottery, like Cynthia Stafford. She won 12 million. She was homeless, about to be homeless, with 5 babies, and she spent her last $2 on a Powerball ticket, and she won like 12 million or 20 some million. Wait, no, 120 million, something like that, some crazy number. All right. So you cannot help a situation by worrying. You're going to increase the situation. Even me yesterday or day before yesterday, I needed an extra $50. And I'm like, man, I ain't even worried about that. Like, I think about solutions. I don't think about the problem. I said, what can I create? Because normally what I'll do is I'll create an offer. Myron Golden taught me just create an offer. And I said, I need to create an offer real quick. Get me $50 real quick. So I remember my buddy, he made me an offer. He made me an offer. So I said, you know what? Let me call him and make him a counter offer. Give him a discount and make him a counter offer. Let me give him the discount that he wanted, basically. So, I said, okay, you know what? You want to do this thing? Let's do it. Instead of 50-50, let's split it 30-70. You 70, I'm 30. Send me the money. Boom, let's make it happen. And I got the $50. All right. All I had to do was think. Solution. I did not think and worry. Okay, if I kept thinking and worrying, oh man, well, I'm gonna get this $50. Oh my goodness, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get this $50. And and I'm in a position where $50 is nothing. I could pull $50 out of my crypto account, my stock market account, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do that. I don't pull money out of my investments. I definitely don't sell any of my properties or anything like that. I don't pawn anything anymore or anything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a situation for me personally where $50 was a stress. You know what I'm saying? but nevertheless, I needed an extra $50 to do something, and you know, I already know within myself I could manifest it. I just had to think of a way. But let's say I didn't have money in my crypto, my stocks, I didn't have properties. I was literally, let's say, just say hypothetically, I was literally ass out. It would be the same situation. Knowing what I know now, I would not worry. I would think of an offer to create. Okay, just like a woman would create an offer to sell her body, or a dude might create an offer to, hey, get with some buddies and go rob somewhere, or any, people know how to create offers, but we think of it in a toxic way. We have to think of it in a more positive way. Okay, we have to think of positive offers to make people, not negative offers that's gonna, subsequently destroy our soul, our spirit, and stuff like that. You keep selling your body, a piece of you just chipping away with every person you sleep with. You know what I'm saying? You creating more trauma. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to do that. We don't want to sell drugs. We don't want to go rob anybody, kill anybody. We have to think in a positive level, how to start a car wash for $50 or $5. I remember I started a car wash. I got some soap and a rag, and I went around the neighborhood. I remember me and my little buddy Sean, and we was like, we'll wash cars for $5. We'll use your water. We just went to all the neighbors. Hey, we wash your cars for $5. We didn't even have a vacuum cleaner. We had a little dustpan, and we told people we'll dust out your car and wash it for $5. I was like, it's like almost 30 years ago. And man, people loved it, paid us. One dude gave us $30. We went and bought a vacuum cleaner with them $30. We kept going for a little while, and then it just like fizzed out. You know what I'm saying? But you have to think like that. You don't need $500 to go buy a generator and a trailer, or $5,000 and all this fancy stuff to go start a car wash. If you could buy enough soap to wash one car, 50 cents somewhere, a dollar somewhere, and now times $5 would be $10. Okay, a little broom or whatever you could find to dust somebody's car out, wipe it out. Okay, and you could go flip that $2.50 that costs you to go wash somebody's car, use their water. And shoot, if somebody offered me right now to come wash my truck and sweep it out, they don't even have to, they could use my vacuum. And they say, hey man, like say a homeless person walking by, hey man, let me wash your truck for you, man, and clean it out and everything. Just give me $20, man. I would get him 30 right now. I would get him 30, because I don't want to do it. Mind you, I could go right down the street to the self car wash, vacuum it out, wash it off myself, probably do a better job than they ever will. But I'm just feeling lazy right now. It's somebody, every other house, every 5, 10 houses would love for you to knock on their door and wash their car, clean their house, pressure clean their house, whatever. And you don't even have to do it for the low. Just make the offer. Just make the offer. Again, just make the offer. Okay? Um you want to get your mind in a position where you literally just stop thinking negatively. Stop thinking about you struggling. Okay? Another thing that we do that keep people in struggle mode is you use devices. You use sex. You get stressed out, so you have sex a lot. You get stressed out, you smoke a lot. You get stressed out, you drink a lot. Okay, I'm guilty of that. Most people guilty of that. You get stressed out, you eat a lot. Okay, when you do these things because you're stressed out, you create more stress, more struggle. What I mean by that, if the universe knows, and remember, the universe is just reading you, giving you more of what you want. Okay, if the universe knows this person, when they're stressed out, they eat a lot, the universe, or that's the only way they could eat, okay, the universe will give you more stress just so you could eat. Okay, if the universe knows you like having sex, The universe will get, but you only have sex when you stress out. You could only have great sex when you're stressed out. The universe will give you more to stress about. For example, somebody just told me not too long ago, man, the only way I can get things done is when I'm under pressure. When I'm under pressure. And I'm like, dang, I used to be like that. And I know a lot of people like that. Like the only way I used to really push myself was when I was under pressure. And I'm like, God, that's so deep. No wonder you always stressed out. That's I said that in myself to my mind. I said, no wonder you always stressed out. Because you're telling the universe the only way you're gonna get up and do a thing is if the universe stress you out, right? That's what you're telling the universe. You're like, man, I want to have sex, but the only way I'm gonna have sex with this man, this woman, is if I feel stressed out. I want to smoke some weed and feel better, but the only way I'm gonna smoke my weed is if I feel stressed out. I want to go drink and have fun with my friends, but the only way I'm gonna do it is if I feel stressed out. I want to go finish this project I'm doing, finish building this house. I want to go find a job. I want to be motivated, but the only way I'm gonna be motivated is if I'm stressed out. That's what you be telling the universe. You be telling the universe the only way you're gonna be motivated is when you're stressed out. You have to self motivate. You have to just be happy. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to just be happy. You know what I'm saying? One of my students, their cousin, actually their nephew died, got murdered in the Augusta, Georgia killing. I don't know if some of y'all heard about it. The young man, 18 years old, shot and killed the other young man, like 16 years old. That was her nephew, her sister's son, and they're distraught and everything about it. And I'm like, wow, that's hard. We could only imagine, you know, and and I can't even imagine somebody killing my loved one like that. So I'm not saying you're gonna always be happy and cheerful. Life happens. I'm not saying that. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But most of the time, if it's not a situation like that where your loved one got killed or murdered, you got killed or murdered, you sitting up in the hospital, somebody shot you, whatever, whatever. Everything else is just materialistic, man. Everything else is just materialistic. You hear millionaires and billionaires say all the time, um, if they lost everything, they would get it right back. They're not even worried about it because they've unlocked the keys to the universe. They have unlocked the keys to the universe. Okay. They're not even worried about it. Like that's why a lot of millionaires and billionaires walk around, like true millionaires and billionaires walk around with a t-shirt like Elon Musk. They don't even care about getting a haircut. Like they just be looking the worst. But people with new money, they got all the bling bling jewelry, fanciest car, luxury car, and all that type of stuff. That's people with new money. People with old money, like they not even worried. They don't have one stress. They stressed about that they can't, that their offsprings is not taking in their footsteps. They're stressed about their ex-wife not letting them see their grandbabies, their daughters or sons not letting them see their grandbabies. I know because I know millionaires and billionaires, and that's what they be stressed about. They be stressed about their ex-wife or ex-husband, um not their friends anymore. Like we grew up as friends. Like I have a friend now, he's stressed out because his ex-wife left him, but she won't even be his friend. He's like, man, we used to be such great friends. I don't even want her anymore, but geez, she can't even be my friend. Like they be stressed about real shit, like stuff like that. They're not stressed about money. And you like, of course they're not stressed out about money. They got all the money in the world. But I'm saying they're not stressed out about money on a level that if they lost all their money, they still would not be stressed out. They still would not be stressed out because they've unlocked the keys to the universe. They know how to manifest money. They know money is an energy. They know all they have to do is not worry about money. Now, why they don't apply that to every other aspect in their life by not worried about their his ex-wife not being his friend, he could just find another friend. I don't know. We all men and women, normal. We go through emotions. Nobody's perfect. That's all I could say. Nobody has mastered like every aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? But for people that have mastered the aspect of life, of money, resources, abundance, they know that as fast as you get it, you could lose it. As fast as you lose it, you can get it back, even in abundance. The Bible tells us about the story of Job. Like, we get so many examples of the creator balanced universe, God taking stuff away from people, took everything from Job and gave back Job tenfold. You know, they killed Jesus. Jesus came back as, you know, glorious, whatever you want to call it. You know, yes, most people's savior. You know, like every example in the Bible. You know, Jonah, Lot and his wife. Every example in the Bible shows you how God, and I'm not no Bible thumper or anything like that. I believe the Bible to be a book of history and esoteric knowledge, trying to show us, you know, how God, the creator of balanced universe, can take you from any situation and instantly, like in a snap of a finger, put you in a better situation. Okay. Look at the lady that said, if I could only touch the hem of his garment, she'd be healed. And she touched the hem of his garment and she instantly felt healed. And Jesus turned around and said, thy faith made you whole. You gotta have faith, man. You know, it irks me how people walk around saying they Christians and all this and all of that, and they don't even have any faith. You know, like y'all see my life. You know, I dress in a t-shirt and jeans and $20 boots that I buy on Facebook somewhere. Um, you know, but I shop in a way where I buy expensive stuff like real cheap. I just bought this comforter set, man, for $6. This like a $200 cotton comforter set. You know, it's cotton, full cotton at the bin store, brand new for $6. You know, with the beautiful pillowcases and everything. And that's how I shop. That's how I live like a millionaire. You know, I'm like Timu. I live like a millionaire. I shop like a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? And I live the same lifestyle as a millionaire. Because I know millionaires and um my buddies and stuff like that. I hang out with them, and you know, the most important thing to them is family and time. You know, your biggest adversary or competition is time. Time is the only thing you can't get back. You could get more money, you could get your money back, you could lose your land, buy more land, go back and buy more land. They're not making any more land, but you can always lose your land and but still go back and buy more land and stuff like that, right? I even saw a movie where they lost their property and the dude made some money, went back and bought his property back like some years later. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen movies and people know this, people experience this. You lost your man, your woman, and years go by, you go back and get your man or woman back. You know what I'm saying? So you can get back anything or anybody, but you just can't get back time. You cannot get back time. So millionaires and billionaires, the most thing they value is time. They value time. They even believe that if you lose a loved one, they don't even worry about it. The loved one will come back in another body. Like, you ever had an experience where your loved one passed away and then the next day, a week, 2 weeks later, a new a person is born into your family, a new baby is born into your family. A lot of millionaires and billionaires, spiritual people believe that person just came back. So they don't even worry about their loved ones dying. They worry about time. They stress about time. So that's why they're always trying to delegate everything they can to other people, because they realize time, like they don't want to cut the grass, not because they lazy, but because they don't want to spend time cutting the grass when they could be spending time with a loved one, maybe dying in the hospital, or their sons and daughters and babies. Okay, so millionaires and billionaires don't care about 500 million they got, 500 billion they got. Okay, they worry about, do they have enough time to do this, to do that? Do they have enough time? How much time they got? They 40 years old. They figure, okay, average life expectancy 80. They got another 40 years. Or like Myron Golden say, he's almost 70. Um, he might live another 10 years. So he's going harder than a paint. He's going hard as hell because he realized he got more time behind him than he has in front of him. Okay, so your whole thing is should be worried about time. Do you have enough time? And then when you get on an even deeper level, you don't even worry about time, to be honest with you, because you realize energy never dies. Whatever you don't complete in this life cycle, you just turn around and come right back. Energy really never dies. All we're doing is just experiencing shit. Like it's a lot that I really want to do. It's a lot that I would love to do. Let me talk to y'all. Let me get a little comfortable and talk to y'all for a little while. It's a lot that I would really, really, really love to do, but I don't even worry about doing it anymore. You know, I used to stress myself about hurrying up and becoming a millionaire and stuff like that. I don't even stress about it anymore. I'm like, you know what? I'll become a millionaire when I become a millionaire. And the more I feel like that is like I could feel like I'm gonna be a millionaire like very fast, like very soon, because I'm not stressed about it anymore. I'm not worried about it anymore. Like you have to be put yourself in a position no matter what you're going through, for example, not you, not me, but I'm just gonna use this aggressive example that say a person, I'm not going to say you, I'm not going to say me, but let's just say a person lost their house. They got evicted or they got foreclosed on, and they got four babies and a wife or a husband, or especially, so let's say it's a dude, because that's really stressful. That would really stress me out if I got four babies. I lost my job, not me, but say a person again lost their job, lost their income. They about to get evicted or foreclosed on, got four babies. Now they don't even have a vehicle, a car, whatever, and gotta figure it out. Like, how would you not stress about that? How would you not worry about that? Not to say you won't stress, you won't worry, but you have to you have to remember this, okay? If you stress, if you worry, you are giving energy to it. So the chances of it, whatever, if you know you're about to get evicted and you stress and worried about it, the chances of you getting worried or getting evicted increased another 50%. If you just start running around trying to find a solution, asking everybody for help, this, that, and the third, trying to sell water in the streets, try to do this, try to do that, try to do what you can, more than likely it's going to get sorted out. More than likely you'll find the money to pay your bill, pay your mortgage, whatever. You talk to your landlord, you talk to your mortgage company, more than likely it'll work out. I'm telling you, it happens every time. Now, I'm going to tell you what our problem is. What our problem is, people don't like to talk about things. People don't like to say, hey man, I fucked up, my money, and I need a little extra time to pay you back. um People don't like to say, like, say you're in a relationship, people don't like to say, hey babe, I want you to have sex with me like this, I want you to have sex with me like that, I want you to touch me like this, touch me like that. you know People would rather go out and cheat, and then when they break up, then they want to talk about it. Oh, you didn't do this, that you didn't do that. Okay. um people would rather try to deal with themselves or things their own way over dealing with things uh the way they should. Let's just say it the way they should. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, if you can't pay your car note, to call them people and say, hey, I literally lost my job. Not me, but the person, you would call on there and say, hey, you lost your job, be straight with them. You might not be able to pay a car note for 3 months. What can we do? You'll be surprised. Some of these people, I know because I sold cars 11 years. Some of these car lots or banks or whatever, they have programs for people who lose their jobs, but you have to communicate with them. Okay? Same thing with mortgages. They definitely have so many programs for people who lose their income and can't pay their mortgages. You have to communicate with them. Okay? If you are with a spouse, if you are with somebody and you go to them and you tell them, hey babe, I I want this out of you. I want that out of you. I want this out of the relationship. I want that out of the relationship. I need you to dress a certain way because you represent me as a woman, or pull your pants up as a man because you represent me, you know, as a woman and you're my man, and I don't want my man walking out here with his pants on his butt. If you tell your man, your woman, you know, I love this type of affection, that type of affection, and that person doesn't reciprocate that person doesn't respect your feelings and what you want out of the relationship, that's not the person for you. Then that's not the person for you. Okay? That's not. I mean, it'd be hard because you're like, dang, I really love this person. I really want it to work out. I hate starting over. I done built with them. I done gave them my body. Like, it'd be hard. I'm not telling anybody to just break up with somebody. But what I'm saying is, we all have to get to a point where we just realize that worrying about something, stressing about something, fighting for something that's not really anything to fight for is not going to get you that thing. You have to be able to talk about it without a fight. You have to be able to think about it without stressing yourself. Okay? You don't want to be in struggle mode. Fighting for a relationship is struggling. Fighting for life is struggling. The whole idea is not struggle, not stress. Like me and my lady, we was going through it not too long ago, and we was both stressed out and all this type of stuff. And we just ended up talking about it. And, I'm like, God, like, it was kind of my bad because I should have just talked to her in the first place. But the idea is, we have to learn to talk calmly. We have to learn to think calmly. We have to learn to get out of the struggle, get out of the fight thing, get out of the anxiety thing. I know that's easier said than done, but the sooner that you get out of that mindset, that fight or flight mindset, that you only work on best on the pressure mindset, um you can only get up out of bed if you smoke some weed or drink some. Like, it used to be a time I couldn't even get out the bed unless I had my beer next to me. I'd sip my beer, then I get out the bed and stuff like that. I had a whole bar in my room, and I was in my 20s. It's like we have to get out the mindset that we need these vices to do better. It should just be, we eat healthy. And again, I know it's easier said than done. It should just be, we could just talk to this person in a healthy manner, and they respect our feelings. It should be just, if we can't pay a bill, we just say, hey, if I can't pay my car note and I lose my car, that car wasn't for me. Hey, if can't pay my house note, my rent, then it just wasn't for me. We have to accept certain times, certain things is just not for us. Okay. Now, I will say, most times is not that something is not for us. Most times is that we fuck up our money. We fuck up our relationships. I done fucked up relationships. I done fucked up money. Most times that's the situation. Okay. And you have to pay the penalty. You know, you out here partying, drinking, smoking, and you can't pay your car note, your house note. That's your bad. Okay, that's just something that you fucked up. All right. So ain't nobody to blame but you. And all you can do is just pray to God, the creator of balance universe, see fit to help you out. Okay. Which always does. All right. It always does. It always works out. But what I realize in life, and I see people that don't worry, don't stress, they manifest so much. Okay. That you see a lot of these lottery winners, it be people that when you hear them talking on TV and stuff, you could tell they're people that they don't worry, they don't stress. Okay. When I be playing lottery and people be like, man, I just lost $1,000. I played that number, it came out after I played it. You could tell it's people that all they do is worry and stress. Okay. You could tell. Look at the people that manifest everything they want. Those are people that don't worry, don't stress. Look at the people that always try and work hard. They've got 2, 3 jobs. They do everything right. They go to church. They go to the whatever religion. They don't cheat. They don't steal. They're great men, great women. They try to do right, but they always struggling because mentally they always struggling. Mentally they always worrying. The key word is worrying. Worry, let me tell you, that's the number one sin. Worrying is the number one sin. Let's talk about that. Worrying and struggle are synonyms. Worrying creates struggle. Struggle comes from worrying. That's what I should have started the video off with. That is really what I should have started the video off with. Even the Bible tell you. The Bible talk about people that worry the most, people that don't have faith the most, people that don't love and have love the most. The Bible said only these three remain: faith, hope, and charity. Solomon, Psalms, all Solomon and Psalms talk about is not worrying. Love, love thy neighbor as thyself. David said, I had 900 concubines, whatever, 1,000 wives, all the gold, all the silver, whatever. David or Solomon, one of them. And out of all of this, it's all vexation of spirit. It's nothing. Like, I don't even care about it. Right? He said, out of all of this, seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the universe. Okay? That is what we should be seeking: esoteric knowledge, wisdom, understanding how the universe works, how it really works. We shouldn't be worried or stressed about anything. If you don't eat for that day, that yay, don't worry about it. I know you're hungry. You can't even rest because your stomach growling. You're not going to die, but did you die? You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, but did you die? You know what I'm saying? People be like, man, I'm about to be homeless. I'm about to be that. Are you dying? Okay. Talk to you later. Call me when you're dying. That's my new thing. That is my new thing. When people call me about they stressed out or telling me all kind of stupidness, or the white man this and they need to give us our land back. I'm like, are you dying? Okay, let's change the subject here. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I want to talk about is if you dying. If Let me rephrase that. The only thing I would entertain about negative talk is if you are dying and you need to get some stuff off your chest or whatever. But other than that, it shouldn't be no negative talk, man. It should not be no negative talking. Again, I know what I'm saying is easier said than done. All right. But you still have to get to that point. You still have to get, I mean, let me tell you what irks me. It's been times in my life where I didn't have an automobile. Those of y'all been following me since 2020. My truck was down for like a year, 2 years, and I had to depend on other people for rides and stuff, right? And I actually was making more money during the time I did not have my truck. My truck was down than any other time. I was making more money and driving better vehicles because have my friend have a Suburban. I have another friend had a Range Rover, and they would lend me their vehicles. Right, I was driving better vehicles, like, and making more money. It was ridiculous. But at one point, you know, I couldn't see my daughter because my truck was down for like 2 weeks. I couldn't go see my daughter, and then I couldn't see her regularly, and my son. And another time, when I was living in Florida, I couldn't see my son regularly, my son and my daughter regularly, because I had vehicle problems then. And it's like, those have been the two most stressful times in my life. And then when I was younger, in my late 20s, when my ex-wife took my oldest son from me, like, I was really stressed out then, to the point like, I just wanted to give up on life. I just had like a nervous breakdown and everything. like like those have always been the most stressful times in my life, is when I didn't have my babies, when I didn't have them or relationship with them, or I couldn't see them. Like, that's always been in the past what stressed me out. Like, I've never really, because I had a lot of money early in life. When I was 21 years old, I sold cars. I made a shitload of money. And I saw what money was, what it could do, what it can't do. So early, very early on in life, I learned about money and what it could do, what it can't do. So I've never stressed about money. Even now, I teach people that the way to get money is through land. It's the most stress-free way. The most stress-free way to get money is through land. Is getting you some land, because remember, you can go live on your land. Let me say this. Let me talk about me. Again, when I was living in my truck under a tree in the park because I got evicted from my place, I didn't worry. I put my stuff in storage, paid like $30 a month. That was like my only bill. My storage bill, $30. My cell phone bill, whatever, $35 a month. And my child support, and putting gas in my truck. I didn't pay car insurance or nothing. I was riding around on a bogus tag. Like, literally, that was my only bill. I didn't have no car note. Um, Again, my storage bill, $30 a month. My phone bill, $35, $40 a month. Child support, whatever I could give her, I gave her. If I made $500-$600 for the month, I was straight. I could get through that month. Okay. And I was happy as shit. I used to be in the park every day under the tree, man, taking a nap, watching YouTube videos like crazy, back to back to back, about people living in their vans, van life, tiny houses. That's all I was watching, right? I was happy as shit. 2:30 come, okay, go pick up my son, take him to the library, we hang out, whatever. Take him home, find a place to park. Usually a Walmart parking lot or some abandoned house. I park in front of there, take a nap, get up, go take a shot. Or I would go to the gym. Oh yeah, I had a gym membership that was like $10 a month, so add that in. At Planet Fitness or whatever gym I would use at the time, and that was my life. I made money just hustling, little moving jobs, handyman jobs, stuff like that, and that was my life for like 4 years, man, for like 4 years. And I'm telling you, it was some of the best times in my life. Some of the best times in my life. The only thing used to stress me out was the weather because I didn't have AC in my truck, and trying to take a nap in the daytime or at night was like a struggle sometimes because it was so hot. But other than that, man, it was the best time of my life. Some of the best times of my life. Um, um, I say that to say, um, when you take the element of, to some people, I would have been struggling. To most people, dang, he's struggling, right? Dang, this dude live in his truck. Because I let it be known, I live in my truck. I didn't care. And that's another point. If you care, if you embarrassed that you homeless, you live in your truck, you live in your vehicle, if you embarrassed about anything, if you embarrassed about whatever is quote unquote bad situation you in, you're only creating more of it. I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't care what people thought. I didn't care. I even had friends that look at me like, damn, man, what the fuck happened to you? Like, damn, homie, like 50 Cent, what the fuck happened to you? And I'm like, hey, man, shit happens, bro. I lost my place. I didn't give up on life or anything, but I just, you know, it's fucked up right now. And I was always happy. I was always happy. And because people know me for having money and cars and shit like that. And all of a sudden I got busted down to a little pickup truck and living in my truck and hustling and shit. But I was always happy. I always was cheerful, and all that type of stuff. What I realized is that I always wanted to keep that feeling. Okay. And I realized that if I got a regular job, went back to working 2, 3 jobs, I would be stressed out. I would definitely have been in struggle mode. I realized I was happier living in my truck, even though it'd be hot and I'd be having uh, sweat bumps on my face sometimes, and what do you call it? Blisters, sun blisters, and shit like that on my body sometimes. And but I realized I was happier going through that struggle than going through the struggle of working 2, 3 jobs, getting up early, 4, 5, 6 a.m., going to bed late, midnight, barely seeing my son, because I definitely wouldn't be able to see him then. I'd be able to send him a lot of money and all that type of stuff, but I definitely wouldn't be able to see him then. You know, I wouldn't have time for anything but work, right? And what I'd be working for, giving the landlord money, giving the car note people money, yeah, I'd be riding in a nice, beautiful truck or vehicle with air conditioning and everything. Yeah, I'd be living in a beautiful place. But what I'm using my vehicle for, just go to work, come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought about all of that. I thought about like my vehicle would just be parked for 8 hours while I'm at work, plus another 4 hours while I'm at the other job, plus another 4 hours while I'm at the other job. Like your vehicle is mostly parked. So how really important is air conditioning? You know what I'm saying? I know it's important, but I'm just saying, like, is it worth me working 12 hours a day, killing myself to have? And I was like, no, I would rather work less and have more time and eliminate the things out of my life. Like, I don't need a water bill. I don't need a light bill. I don't need a cable bill. I don't need a rent bill. I don't need a car note bill. Like, all these major bills I eliminated from my life, and I was happier. And I made a conscious decision not to work hard, to just have to go pay those bills. I made a conscious decision not to work hard to go pay a light bill, a water bill, a cable bill, a car note bill, a rent bill, or a high mortgage bill, right? But I kept asking God to give me somewhere to live, somewhere, some property. The only thing I could think about is some land. And I'm telling y'all, like, land is one of those things where when I'm on the land, it gives me such peace, such tranquility. We was watching some off-grid videos last night, and I'm like, babe, like I want to live like that. Like I want to live like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like like most people like, how can you live like that? We was talking about it last night, and I'm like, it's like people don't realize, like the one lady was complaining, oh my God, we gotta wash clothes by hand. Oh my God, I gotta milk this cow. Oh my God, from sun up to sundown, all you do is work when you on a homestead. Like, bitch, all you do is work in this modern life. Like people complaining, if you live on a homestead, all you're gonna do is work. All you're gonna do is farm. You gotta be out there tilling. You gotta be out there milking the cows. You gotta be out there um chopping wood. Like I'd rather be on my own land, on my own property, living like the Amish, canning my own foods, working for my own family, growing my own food, working 12 hours in the hot ass sun on my own land, on my own property, okay, than working 12 hours on somebody's job. Either way, you're working, is what I'm saying. Either way, you are working hard. So why the fuck do people think having your own land and working hard on your land is harder than working some corporate job, or like being a car salesman working 12 hours a day, being a nurse working 12 hours a day, being a contractor like I did, getting up 5 6 a.m., 3 4 5 6 a.m., be on a construction site 7 a.m. to beat the sun, then get off at 2:30 3 p.m., then you got to go pick your babies up from school. Why? To me, it's easier to homeschool my babies. Time we get up, we start school, or go live like the Amish, like I say, or we got our own schoolhouse right there on our land. Okay, and we got our own teacher, okay, our babysitter, whatever, right on our land. And the babies go over there, and the men go over here, and we building houses, we farming, whatever. Then you got the women workers over there that wash the clothes and clean and all that type. Like I'd rather live like the Amish and live like that in a community, a small community that we don't even have to walk off the land. We don't even have to live away from the land. Like we literally say it's like 20 adults, right? And it's like, okay, you grow tomatoes, you grow oranges, you grow peaches, you grow greens, you grow sweet potatoes, you grow cows, you grow ducks and chickens and whatever. Like everybody grows something, okay? Like I'd rather live like, and you be a teacher, and you like, I'd rather live like that than you work at Walmart, you work at the bank, you work at the hospital. I don't even get to see none of y'all. Like make it make sense, y'all. Like people don't make sense to me. Like 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 I see through this fucking matrix like so clearly. That's why I have so much confidence in teaching my students, like, look, land is the only thing we need. Land is the only thing we need. Now, I'm grateful that we don't have to chop our own wood down and all this type of stuff. Like we have wood harvesting machine. We could go to Home Depot and Lowe's and buy wood. I'm grateful that we do have pickup trucks. We don't have to be on horse and buggy. I'm grateful for a lot of things, but at the same time, um, We have to work to get money to go buy stuff at Lowe's and Home Depot. We have to work to get money to put gas in the trucks and our vehicles. Like, like, like we should be pushing ourselves to create something on our own land that, okay, we make our own peaches so we could bottle our peaches, make peach jam and sell it. Like every family should be growing something or producing something off their land. You have families, like I was showing my students, that only buy up land to harvest trees, to sell the trees. Like these rich families, Rockefellers, DuPonts, even families you never even heard of, that's what they do. They buy up land and grow coffee, grow chocolate, grow tobacco. Okay? It's called commodities. And this is how they stay rich, because they buy up land and grow stuff on the land. People think they get rich because of tax money, they get rich because of banking. No, these families get rich and stay rich because they grow the poppy plant, they grow the cocaine and sell it to you and you go to jail. They grow the marijuana and sell it to you, you go to jail. They grow the trees and chop the wood and um sell it to you at Home Depot and Lowe's. They grow everything, okay, and sell it to you. Okay? Where do you think they grow this stuff at? Mystically in space? They grow it on the land. They grow it on the land. They grow it on the land. Like, why y'all think living in some apartment, living up in a house, sucking up air condition is so much greater than just owning a piece of land and living in a tent, living in a cabin? I don't know. The greatest thing is having 1,000 acres and living in a little tent or a cabin, and having that 1,000 acres produce trees, pine trees, apple trees, orange trees, cows, pigs, whatever you produce on that land and selling it, versus you living in a 10,000 square foot house on a quarter acre, but you don't produce nothing out of that house. Like, you have to have some corporate job or go to work like a slave to pay for that house. Like, it's just a fucking house. It's just a big ass box. Like, when I look at a $10 million house, all I see is a big ass box. I'm like, that's just a big ass box to me. That's just a big ass prison, really. It's a big ass fucking prison to me. You know what I'm saying? I look at life as, I want to spend time with my family. What's gonna make me to spend time with my babies? What's gonna make me to spend more time with my woman? What's gonna make me to enjoy time with my family, my friends? I look at life like that. Like, I could get up right now and go down to the lake and go take a swim. Most people out at work stressed out right now, worried about how they gonna pay their rent. I don't pay rent. People pay me rent. I don't pay nobody rent. People pay me rent. Why? I own the land. People pay me rent to stay on my land, okay, or stay in one of my cabins or whatever. I collect rent. I don't pay rent. Why? I bought land. I brought land. Okay. I got my fruit trees coming in. Yeah, I still go to the grocery store and stuff, but I need to amp up cultivating my farm and stuff more. I've been lazy for that. I'll admit that I've been lazy about cultivating my farm and stuff more. That's what I need to work on, because I could be saving a lot of money right now in groceries. I really could be. But that's another thing I did. I cut my diet. Like, I used to eat 3 times a day. Y'all call it day, I call it yay. Now I only eat one time. Most of the times I'm drinking watermelon juice. I get one watermelon, I can make like 5 gallons of juice. It's cheaper to juice watermelon, add your water to it and drink that through the whole week than buying fucking artificial fake juice. That artificial fake juice, I might go buy a gallon of cranberry juice or orange juice. Let's take orange juice, for example. Most people drink orange juice. It's full of sugar. It's nothing natural about it and preservatives. A decent gallon of orange juice right now is what, $6.99, $7.99 for real orange juice, but they put the preservatives in it. Okay, I could buy one big ass watermelon for the same price, $6.99, $4.99 really, $8.99 at most. Even if I pay $10, and that one watermelon will produce me about 5 gallons, not one, 5 gallons of juice. 5 gallons of juice. Take any juice, apples. You could take one apple and juice it or blend it. Add you some water in it. Add you a gallon of water in it. That's apple juice. That is apple juice. You doing the same thing they doing. All they doing is taking the apple, putting some water and sugar in it, and selling it to you for $4.99, $5.99. All they doing is taking like 1 or 2 oranges, adding some preservatives, food coloring, orange food coloring, and water to it, and selling it to you for $4.99. That's all they doing, adding sugar. And sugar is a killer. Sugar is diabetes, high blood pressure. Sugar, I just saw a post, sugar make you have less sperm count. Sugar make your dick can't get up. Too much sugar, man. Sugar fucking you up. You don't even realize it. Okay? We need to get back to the land. We need to get back to the land. I'm telling you, that's why I'm up here right now, laid up, chilling, ain't got shit to do. People be calling me, what you doing? I be like, nothing. Just chilling. Because I got land, man. I ain't got shit to worry about. I ain't got shit to worry about. I got land. I had tenants pay me rent from like the 29th to now. I paid all my bills right away. I pay all my bills when my tenants send in the money. I pay all the bills, taxes, all kind of shit, whatever I need to pay, my land notes, all that stuff. Make sure I get that all out the way. Whatever's left, I pay for an extra month or whatever, or treat myself to something, my babies, my woman to something. And then I just spend the rest of the time relaxing. Somebody call me to go do some handyman work or something like that, I go do it. We just bought another property. We put the bid in. Now we waiting for the bid to come back. We waiting on that. One of my other properties, we about to make a major move on it and turn it into a real resort. So, but the guy got to move out. So he's supposed to be moved out already. I got to go check. So once he moved out, we're going to get in there, clean the place up. Most times y'all will just catch me working on my own properties or, my customer properties and just chilling, just hanging out, man, but I'm not struggling, You're not going to see me driving a Rolls Royce Mercedes Benz. You're going to see me in my old pickup truck. In some people's eyes, oh, he's struggling. I'm far from struggling. Like, if you look at me in my old pickup truck on my land, living in my cabin, you'd be like, damn, that guy broke, poor, struggling. And you look at somebody else driving a Rolls Royce, let's call it a Mercedes. They live in a 4,000 square foot house. They look happy and everything like that. That motherfucker struggling. That motherfucker, most of these people living in big old houses, they not even home. I could go down the road right now and rob every house because ain't nobody in there. Ain't nobody in there. I could rob every other house because ain't nobody home. Everybody at work. I'm home. I dare a motherfucker come up in here. Okay? Most people at work struggling. At work, hate being at work. There's people even in their home, but they're in their home working. I'm in my home on video talking to y'all, chilling out, hanging out. About to watch a movie, then go see my babies. Go hang out with my babies. Most people at work struggling. They done drove their Mercedes to work an hour, 30 minutes an hour. The Mercedes gonna sit in the parking lot baking in the sun all day. All day, that Mercedes baking in the sun all day. Okay? They in at work slaving, making some other family rich. Okay? But I'm the dummy. I'm the crazy one. But I'm the crazy one. Give me my camper, give me my old pickup truck, and a couple acres, and I'm happy. You could keep your corporate $100,000 job, $50,000 job, $500,000 job. You could keep your Mercedes. You could keep your BMW. You could keep your whatever, your Gucci, Versace. Give me some little cheap glasses. Okay, give me a little $2 cotton white t-shirt. Give me some $5 jeans from the thrift store. Give me my little $50 cowboy hat. And I'm happy as I don't know what. Give me my watermelon. And I'm straight. I'm straight. I don't need no Rolex. I don't need no $1,000 iPhone. Give me my little $50 phone with a broken screen on it. I'm straight. I'm happy. I'm not stressed out. I'm not struggling. I'm not worried. I'm straight. We straight over here. My baby's straight. My woman's straight. We straight over here. We straight. We ain't got nothing to worry about. We got work to do on our properties, and that's it. We got work to do on our properties. That's it, man. We working on our own properties. We working on our own lands and our own properties. You know what I'm saying? We collect rent. We don't pay rent. You know, most people, they on a job right now, working 40 hours this week, and them whole 40 hours is gonna go to their landlord. Their whole 40 hours, 80 hours, 100 hours, all that money going to their landlord, the light bill, the water bill, all of that money, man. All them hours, them 100 hours is slavery. It's slavery, man. It's slavery. What's up, Grace Robinson? Prosperous Horizon. What's up, Biazas? I know I butchered that name. But I'm telling y'all, man, get off the land, man. Stop worrying about a damn Mercedes. Stop worrying about your favorite rapper, your favorite singer. Got all this bling bling. Stop worrying about getting a BBL. Stop watching all these YouTubers scamming y'all, man. You got all these YouTubers telling you, goddamn, they just scamming people, man. You got all these YouTubers showing you a Mercedes, a Rolls Royce. Look at me, look at my life, look at my house, look at, you know what I'm saying? Just get y'all an Amazon FBA account. Just buy these stocks, get my stock program. And I'm not saying I'm not saying those businesses are scams, but I'm saying the people, half of these gurus are scams. Half these gurus, they're not selling you no legit program to learn stocks. They're not selling you no legit program to learn about Amazon affiliate program. They selling you a dream. They want you to send them $500 and they ain't got nothing for you. They want you to send them $5,000 and they ain't got nothing for you. Yeah, I'm not showing y'all no Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz. I'm not telling y'all that lie. I'm not telling y'all that lie. I'm not telling y'all to go kill yourselves to go buy no Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, and a big house. I'm not telling y'all that lie. All right. That all them people showing you all that shit is a fucking lie. Don't watch nobody. Don't listen to nobody. All they showing you is they got a Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, and a big house. And for you to send them $500 and they'll show you how to do it too. All right. Don't listen to those people. All right. I like Honey Dip, Aristotle over there, Honey Dip. He's showing you real shit. He got the Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, and big house, but he's showing you real shit. He not just showing. He don't show off how he live. He be in his house, his $1 million house. Now he moved to Puerto Rico. He be in his Tesla truck, but that's cause that's his life. He's not. The dude don't even advertise. He don't even advertise. He just live his life. And if you want to follow him and fuck with him, then do so. And that's what I do. I just live my life. If you want to follow me and fuck with me, then do so. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all, man, get y'all some land, man. Get y'all some land. Rent out your land. Grow your food on your land. Put your little trail on your land, little cabin on your land, and be like Bill Cosby. Get a Coke and a smile. Shut the fuck up. Put your little air conditioned window unit, some solar panels, and live your life, man. There's nothing wrong with living in a little trailer, a little camper, as long as it's clean. Keep your shit clean. Keep your shit painted. Keep your shit landscaped. Get out here, work with your hands in your yard. Get your beautiful man, beautiful woman. You know, don't be no sexual deviant. Grow you some little weed, marijuana, tobacco. Grow your own tobacco. Grow your own weed, your own marijuana. Make your own alcohol. Grow your own grapes. Make your own alcohol. Grow your own yeast. Make your own beer. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you want to smoke cocaine? Grow your own poppy plants or whatever you need to do. You know? Anything you do, man, you could do it in a clean way. Anything you do, you could do it in a clean way. Matter of fact, if you like a lot of women, it's a lot of women out here want to be in polygamy, but they only want to be in polygamy with a dude that got enough land and enough resources to support a bunch of women. There's women out here, they want a bunch of men. If you're a woman, you want a bunch of men, it's men out here that would gladly fuck with you. It's men out here that only fuck with married women or women that have boyfriends. But you got to be a sugar mama. You got to be a sugar mama. All right. But the only way to be a sugar mama is you need some resources. You need some land. You need some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want in life, you can have it. But you're not going to have it being in struggle mode. You're not going to have it in being in struggle mode. The only way to get out of struggle mode is first mentally get out of struggle mode. But to get out of struggle mode mentally, you have to get to the point where you're not worrying. You don't care anymore. You're not worrying. You don't care anymore. The only way to not worry and care is you have a bunch of money you just came into, or you don't reach a breaking point. That's why the universe, that's the word I was looking for. That's why the universe will break you. I be watching these videos, women crying, mostly women, they crying because they struggling. They can't pay their rent. They about to be evicted. Our videos with just somebody crying. I don't feel sorry for nobody because you in this position because you put yourself in that position. You put yourself in. When I was out there crying myself, I was in that position because I put myself in that position. I was being reckless, spending money that I shouldn't be spending, doing shit I shouldn't be doing. Like, we all put ourselves in that position. Or we grow up with the same beliefs our parents had: work hard, pay bills. No, all you need, man. And I always post in their comments when I see videos of people just crying and shit, they struggling. I said, buy you some land, $200, $300, $400, $500 down, Put your little tent, little camper on there, and sit your ass down somewhere. Stop coming off Facebook and social media about you crying you can't pay your bills and all that dumb shit. You crying you can't pay your bills because you was irresponsible. You're not a great steward of your money. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. You're a grown ass 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, still making people use you. You know what I'm saying? You just on some dumb shit. Like, I don't feel sorry for you. Like, I never wanted nobody feel sorry for me. When I got evicted from my place, I just, thank goodness I had an automobile. And I lived in my automobile. If I didn't have an automobile, I said I was gonna get me a little fucking tent and set it in the woods somewhere and figure it out. Fuck it. But one thing I wasn't gonna do was keep renting. I was not gonna keep renting. I was not gonna keep working hard to give my money to these motherfuckers. I wasn't gonna do it. I had reached a breaking point. And as soon as I reached that breaking point and I stopped worrying, everything began to manifest for me. I bought my first piece of land. I had it on a contract for $9,000. The universe sent somebody that wanted to pay $16,000. I sold it, walked away with $4,500, bought a Bitcoin for $700 in 2017. And when Bitcoin went to $20,000 and kept going down, I sold it when it hit 17,000. I went from zero money to 17,000 cash in like a year, less than like 8 months. Ended up buying a house. Okay, with a partner. We still own the house. Ended up now I'm to the point I got over 30 some properties, man, in 8 states. Sitting up here like a millionaire, like a billionaire, talking to y'all. Cause I said fuck it. Because I said fuck it, man. I'm not gonna be killing myself working for these people, man. I'm gonna get me some land and go sit my ass down somewhere, live in my fucking tent, hustle, make my little money long as I can make my land note payment. My land note payment was $450 a month. It was an acre and a quarter in Clewiston, Florida. I had got evicted from a place that I was paying like $500 a month that I would never own. I would never own it. I would never own it. And that place there, I was renting for like a year, 2 years, and it was a nightmare. The whole time, when I was out on the land in Clewiston, my God. Y'all can't see it, but a tear just came out my eye. When I was on my land in Clewiston, man, when I first got on my land, when I got the contract for my land, I was crying. I was crying. And when I first got on my land and I spent the night on my land, it was just me. And I was in my truck and I was so happy. I was so fucking happy, man. And it's like, I I wasn't worried about no woman liking me or women laughing at me or women not wanting to be with me. I wasn't worried about that. I wasn't worried about women, nothing. I wasn't worried about dudes laughing at me, people laughing at me, nothing. I was so fucking happy, man, that I wasn't paying rent no more. I was so fucking happy that in 10 years, because I think I had 10 years to pay it off or something like that, or 5 years. I was so happy that in 5, 10 years, I was gonna own the land. Like I would never have to pay rent again. I was so fucking happy that all I could think to myself, because I wasn't even thinking about buying more land, or I wasn't thinking about nothing. I wasn't thinking about being a millionaire, nothing. I did not care about being a millionaire or nothing. I was just so fucking happy that I had me an acre and a quarter. I had a whole acre. I was just even my buddy, he was like, man, that's swampland. I didn't care. He was like, you bought it cheap because it's swampland. I was like, nigga, I don't fucking care. This bitch could flood right now. I'll just go somewhere. When the water recede, I'll come back home. Nigga, I don't even fucking care. I was just so fucking happy to live somewhere. Nobody could kick me off. I wasn't in no park or anywhere like that. I I be on my land, man. I didn't even know what the fuck to do, be honest with you. I would just sit in my truck on my land day and night, just like this. I'd take a nap, get up, and be nighttime. I get up in the middle of the night. I wasn't even scared. I wasn't even scared. Like most people, especially when I was younger, I'd be scared as hell to be out there at night thinking Ku Klux Klan or something gonna get me and shit like that. I wasn't even scared. I wasn't even worried. I didn't care because I hadn't been through so much in my life. I done been evicted. I done had women screw me over, people screw me over. I done had money and lost it. I done been through so much shit in my life that I'm like, I was broken. I said, fuck it. But God had to break me. God had to break me to show me the matrix, that it's all trickery anyway. God had to break me and show me the matrix it was all fucking trickery anyway. This is where he's supposed to be. Even the Bible said God put man to have dominion over the land. And I became Adam. I had dominion over the land. Okay? I became Adam. And only thing I wasn't even worried about trying to find an Eve. I was like, God, don't take my rib and make me no Eve. I don't even need no fucking Eve. I was grateful just for the land. I wasn't thinking about no woman or nothing. Only thing I could think about after that is, man, I gotta get me an RV. I gotta get me an RV. I'm gonna be hotter, hot. I'm gonna be happier than a pig in slop. That's all I think about, man. So I'm watching videos about RVs and stuff like that. Next thing you know, while I was on my land, um, no. Yeah, I'm just watching videos about RVs and stuff like that. Yeah, next thing you know, the dude offered me 16,000. I sold the land, walked away with 4,500. I'm like, I wasn't worried about it because I'm like, shit, I'm gonna just go buy me another piece of land the same way I bought this one. And that's what I did. I went and put down on some more land, like 300, because now I done knew the game. Now I done figured out that I could buy land owner financing, no credit, no nothing. So I went and bought like 3 more properties and a house and a Bitcoin and another pickup truck. I was rich. To me, I was rich. I was rich. Okay. And I just been keep going, ever since. And people was watching me on social media like, dang, how you doing that? How you did that? How you did that like that? And I just started teaching. I just started teaching for free. I was giving people free game, but I'm like realizing people wasting my fucking time. Like people not even doing what I'm telling them to do. Then all they doing is turning around and asking me the same fucking question that I just answered. So I'm like, man, you motherfuckers might as well pay me. And I didn't even ask for money, but this girl, I guess she realized she was taking up my time. So she started paying me and she's like, you should charge. So I just started charging. I just threw a number out there. I just came up with a number, $250. And at first, I think that's what I first started charging was $250. Now I charge $444. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's the only reason why I charge is because people don't really. Yeah, I even have to get on my students now. Like, you motherfuckers need to absorb this information. Like, 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 y'all need to absorb this information. Like, I keep telling y'all the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's not hard. Y'all need to absorb this information. I get on YouTube and I be honest with you, if you just watch my YouTube videos, you don't even need to pay me. Just watch my YouTube videos. Because I tell you everything. If you go back and watch all my YouTube videos past 10 years, all the information is there. All the information is there. But what I realize is people are fucking lazy. That's why my new mantra is ignorance of the law and laziness is no excuse. Ignorance of the law and laziness is expensive because it is. Because people just lazy. Be honest with you. People are just fucking lazy. And I'm lazy too, but I'm lazy in a way like I be trying to figure out how to get the information to not work. People be lazy in a way like they don't even want the information. They want you to go do it for them and give them the money. Like people just want free money. People just want free money. You can have free money, but you have to have something in your mind to create the free money. You can collect rent, but you have to buy property to collect rent. Like people just want the fruits of your labor without any labor. Like that's what I'm noticing. People just want me to, even my students, I buy properties with my students, right? Like we team up and buy properties. Like I had to tell my students, look, everybody have a duty, everybody have a job. Like y'all not just gonna leave it up to me to do everything. Like you gonna do this, you gonna do that, you gonna do that, you gonna do that. We all putting our money in and we doing this out as a group. But just cause I know what I'm doing, don't mean y'all just gonna sit back and let me do everything. No, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do that. Like if I notice if you let people, they would just let you do everything and they don't do shit. They don't do shit. And that's not what this is, man. There's nothing free in the universe. Nothing free in the universe. Nothing. Like the universe is a count and balance system. The universe always balances out. Always. That's why if it's too hot for so long, it start to rain. If it rained for too long, then the universe cause a drought, and then the energy shift and the rain stop, and now that water uh, turns back into the sun come out, and that water turns back into precipitate turns into clouds. Like it just a circle. The universe is just a circle, man. Nothing is free in the universe. So I don't know why the fuck people think like, yeah, whatever, people went through slavery and this, that, and the third, and you supposed to have your own land and shit like that, and we lived in a corrupt system. But even if everybody had $1 million right now, you would still have to get up and do some type of work. You would still have to get up and I shouldn't say work. I don't even like using the word work, because work come from war. What work? What war? That's why when you go to work, you feel like you've been in a war all day, and they call it a day because it's a days. But anyhow, um, you still have to contribute to society. Everybody still needs to contribute something to society. So what are you gonna contribute to society? I'm giving you this knowledge. I'm contributing this knowledge to society. What is society contributing to me? Like, you have to give me something back. Not because I want something back or need something back, but because that's how the universe works. That's how it works. Like, as much as I want to give you this free information, I'm really not giving it to you free. Eventually, you're going to have to give me something, whether you give it to somebody else, who give it to somebody else, who give it to somebody else, who give it to me. Eventually, you're going to pay me back. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. if I break down the side of the road with a broke busted tire and somebody come help me jack my truck up and fix my tire and say, hey man, don't worry about it, man. I'm just glad to help you, brother, you know, and buy me a tire and everything like that. That's not free. That is not free. I'm gonna pay for that. Whether it's I help somebody else and that person helps somebody else and that person helps somebody else, and it eventually come back to that person that helped me originally. Okay, that's how that go. Somebody help me, I go help somebody, that person go help somebody, that person go help somebody. That's how it go. That's how the universe go. Nothing is free. You people be thinking they getting over on somebody. You're not getting over on nobody or nothing. It's all equal exchange. It's all equal exchange. You know, another thing I want to tell y'all is that nobody's broke or really broke out here. You're not, nobody's broke. Like, stop even saying you're broke. You're not broke. You're not broke. The universe is full of abundance. None of you women need to be out here selling your coochie, selling your body. Nobody need to be out here selling illegal drugs. Nobody need to be out here stealing, robbing and killing for money. Okay? You need to put your guns down. But you gotta rob somebody. Keep your guns to protect yourself. Keep your guns to protect yourself, but put your guns down as far as gang banging, killing somebody. You know, stop selling your pussy. Stop that stupid shit, man. What you need to do is learn how to live a simple life. Learn how to budget your money. Learn how to still buy stuff. Like I just showed y'all, I got this beautiful sheet set for $6 with the pillow, beautiful cotton pillowcases, everything. I'm on fucking $300 sheet set right now for $6. Learn how to shop like that. I got a beautiful pickup truck outside, older pickup truck, air conditioned, everything, run good. I take me anywhere I want to go. I'll be running, ripping and running the streets when I get in my truck. Like you can't tell me I'm not driving no 2026 truck. Just like somebody driving a brand new 2026 truck with air conditioning and everything, running smooth. I'm driving a 2007 truck with rust on it, but air conditioning, everything, running smooth down the road. Going the same place they going. I be looking over, I be seeing people in brand new trucks, smoking a cigarette, stressed out, probably know they truck out for repo. I got the title to my truck right in my wallet, riding down the road, happy as I don't know what. Going the same place they going at the same speed they going. Psst. I be in a house in air conditioned, watching TV, just like somebody living in a $10 million house with the air conditioner on, watching their TV. I be in a beautiful cotton set, sheet set that I paid $6 for. Same way somebody just paid $200-300 for the same cotton sheet set. I go to Red Lobster and eat a fucking lobster just like a millionaire, billionaire. Only thing, I can go catch my own lobster. Matter of fact, we caught a catfish the other yay. I go fishing and catch my own lobster and eat just like somebody who go buy $100 lobster. I just go catch my own lobster. What's the difference between you having a cash vehicle with the title in your hand versus somebody? What's the difference between you buying a used vehicle, but you got to fix it, maybe $500, even if you got to spend $200 every month to fix your vehicle, something always breaking, versus somebody spending $200, $300, $400, $500 every month on a car note. What's the difference? You might as well buy your old vehicle and just keep working on it, keep fixing on it. This person, by the time they finish paying their car note, everything start breaking in the car. Everything, notice, as soon as you finish paying that damn car note, everything start breaking. I know people got car notes and the shit always breaking down because they buy a pre-owned car. They go buy a pre-owned car, they finance it. So now they got a car payment and the shit always breaking down. And the shit always breaking down. I know people renting, and shit always breaking in they rent a house or apartment. Something always fucking breaking in that bitch. What's the difference with you just buying your piece of land, putting your little RV or travel trailer on it for $1,000, buying your little piece of land, $200, $300, $400, $500 down, put your little cabin from one of these cabin places out here, $100, $200, $300 down. Now you got your land note about $100, $200, $300, $400 a month. You got your cabin note, $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. You ain't spending no more than $1,000 a month, but you're gonna pay it off in 3 years, 5 years, versus somebody paying $1,000, $1,500 a month rent and ain't never gonna stop paying rent ever. Meanwhile, you own your land, you own your cabin, your trailer, and it's building equity. It's building equity. I'm quite sure you're cutting your grass, beautifying it, building it up, fixing up your little cabin, putting some paint in there, building you out a little bathroom, your own personal bathroom, your own touch, watching YouTube videos, how to install a toilet, how to install your plumbing, how to install your electrical. What's the difference between you watching YouTube videos, fixing your own plumbing, your own electrical, versus you going working on somebody on a job, making your money, paying your landlord, the landlord go pay electrician or a plumber to go fix your shit that you renting. What's the difference? You might as well buy your own shit, fix it how you want it, work and make your own money, but go buy your own shit instead of working, making your money, go give it to your landlord who's going to give it to somebody who's going to fix it for you. You might as well work less hours on your job or whatever and do shit yourself. That's what I did, and I'm stress-free. The motherfuckers out here that's stressed out is the motherfuckers that working, then giving the money to somebody else who's going to give it to somebody else, and you're going to get a worse result because, yeah, you got your shit fixed, but you don't own it. Just like somebody paying a car note and fixing a vehicle at the same time, you paying your car note and you fixing a vehicle, but you fixing a vehicle you don't own. That happened to my brother. Like, he kept fixing on his car and the shit still got repoed. And then you go buy a brand new car right now, them shit's high ass payments, most of them high ass payments, high ass insurance, because it's newer. Man, you might as well just go buy you something that you could take your time and fix. Buy you something that runs well as possible, but the body might be fucked up, or it might not have no air condition, or you gotta wind the windows up and down. Like, buy you something, man, that's reliable, but it might not look good. Buy you an old pickup truck, especially if you got some land. And I'm telling you, man, your life will be better. It's more stress-free to the point where you'll create less struggle, to the point where you'll start to manifest the woman of your dreams, the man of your dreams. You'll start to manifest better health. You'll start to manifest you'll make money because you can, like I say, you put cabins on your land, you rent your land out, um, you make income, grow you some apple trees. You could start selling apples, orange trees, start selling oranges. You know, you could rent parking spots to people with RVs, cars that need somewhere to park. It's a lot of people out here struggling, a lot of people out here losing their place, man. I rent to a lot of people that they lose their place. They just need somewhere safe to park their vehicle, park their car, um, and somewhere to feel safe, somewhere that, you know, they not being kicked out of. You know what I'm saying? I charge like $10 a night for people that park in their car, $10, $15 a night, and they happy to pay it because, you know, they're not stressed out or nothing like that, you know. But anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go take me a shower and start my yay and everything like that. I love y'all, man. Let me read the comments. People get comfortable. Everyone is comfortable with working 9 to 5 and don't even see what's coming with the whole AI. Exactly. AI about to take all these jobs anyway. This generation is crashing out. Yeah, I heard that's another word people use, as crashing out. They crashing out and stressed out because they struggling, and they struggling because they mothers and fathers never bought no land and taught them how to live off the land and cultivate the land. And they crashing out because all they know is to work at Starbucks, McDonald's, and pay rent, and they could barely pay their rent, and they need a car. They can't afford to have a car. Nobody, no man want them, no woman want them because they broke all the time. So they crashing out, man. They crashing out because they not living off the land. They struggling. It's almost our time. 7,000 XRP, 1,000. Oh yeah, XLM. Yeah, I got XRP and XLM. Yep. It's about to, this bull run coming up now. This is it. It's about to hit about $10 and $100. XLM, some crypto. It's about to go through the roof now. Pressure. But anyhow, man, I love y'all, man, and see y'all on the next one. Peace. Love you. Get in the mastermind. 754-229-0940. 754-22. Peace.